Good afternoon. My name is William Richardson, and I'd like to introduce you to my fellow Manhattan coordinators.
I'm Carol Malucci.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Lambert.
Hi, I'm Joanne Houtman.
And welcome to Manhattan.
The first thing I want to say, and I think it's the most important thing, is to say thanks to Si Beagle. You know, his vision of having us attend classes and learning, because we're lifelong learners. As teachers, we're always teaching. But as adults, we kind of separate ourselves from it. So that's my first important thing that I want to say. And of course, the strength of a strong union is important, that we have this access in this time.
1 and 2. Moving forward. 2. Bring it back. To shifting the weight from one foot to the other. 1, 2.
My name is Warren Weiss. I teach a course, Short Story into Film, in which the class discusses a story I assigned to them, followed by watching a film adaptation of the story, and then comparing the movie to its short story source.
Hi, I'm Charles Friedman. I'm the facilitator of documentary films. Do you know what a documentary is? Well, a documentary is where all the people that appear in the movie play themselves. There are no actors or actresses. They play themselves. And one of the films we discussed was called Life Animated, which is how a young man lost in the world of autism was brought back to the real world through the voice of Iago from Aladdin. That's one of the types of films that we discussed.
8, 5, 4, 3, 2, last set, 8, 7, 6, 5, here's 4.
Learning, and since I was on lockdown here in my apartment, I was not able to go to the gym. I was not able to work out. I was not able to take anything, any weight-bearing exercises, and this was aerobic, weight-bearing. It was uplifting. It was a 2-hour class, which gave me a lot of time. And
anyway, today I want to continue about Verismo opera, because after Mozart, we have a big jump, and the composers wanted to write about subjects that were real, the nitty and the gritty, what life was really like. Fortunately, this work remains in the repertoire. Now, if I say a composer, raise your hand if you've even heard of them.
In acting class, I start off with acting exercises. Practice reading, playing with the rhythm of words, the pacing, louder, softer pauses, emphasizing different words. And after that practice, most of the class is improvisations. And the great thing about working with retired teachers, many of them seniors, is they have life experience. So out comes that life experience in improvisation.
Baby, but look at where I ended up. Hey, I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody.
All right, I'm coming out of the blue bead here. The next step is to pick up the next color, my second color, which is white. I'm going to take my needle, go through the blue bead, pull through, tighten. I'm going to rotate my work.
Book groups for the Si Beagle program. I enjoy reading, and hopefully you enjoy reading. It's all about loving books, talking about books, discussing ideas, sharing, all of that. And it's very intellectual and very engaging. So this fall, I'll be doing mostly fiction in one book group and also one on women's lives. So women's lives will be very interesting also. Okay.
My name is Anita Zuckerberg, and I facilitate short stories in Manhattan. It's a very enjoyable class because we discuss both classical and modern literature. The participants are very articulate, eloquent, and we have a lot of thought-provoking questions to discuss. So I hope perhaps you'll join us.
The pandemic was and still is the great disruptor. But I, along with so many of my classmates, looked forward to 2 hours of normalcy in the week of otherwise insanity. Coming to class, discussing the literature, enjoying my classmates' reactions, and of course, Anita, her unparalleled teaching just made it all so enjoyable.
Cynthia Anderson. I had the pleasure of giving a course to the United Federation of Teachers Retirees. The course was called 19th Century American Art. That is when the art of America came into its own, when we stopped looking at Europe and just looked at our own beautiful country and knew that that would look beautiful on the canvas. We explored the birth of American landscape painting of the Hudson River School, which led into luminous painting, where light.
So, another little spray. And now under your fingers, you start to see, I mean, I know you did this as a kid somewhere. You can save good pieces of clay so you don't want to get. Seems a little nutty when you. Basically, I'm using a circular. A little bit more water. One right here. Or not.
Our final stitch. Okay, so I'm going to do another quilter's knot here. Let's get down a little closer. Okay, so this is the same knot that we just did, except I'm doing it down here close to the surface of the quilt. So I'm going to sort of hold this thread.
And it's been interesting, and I learned to do new stitches.
And I'm really enjoying doing it. So I kind of stopped, didn't get to the point of
very interesting and challenging, and I really enjoy doing it. And I'm inspired.
Create is a shade of the color. So shade equals the color plus black. Just doing a landscape with a 2-point perspective like we just learned, and I'm simply using my ruler for my horizon line. Okay.
This have been fantastic. Very accommodating.
I've always enjoyed world history, and I was excited when I was hired by my first cruise line, NCL, to give a history lecture on Alaska. Since then, I conducted lectures around the world for over 20 years, including Royal Caribbean, Princess, Celebrity, and Holland America. And my knowledge and enthusiasm.
Stand-up comedy and comedy itself always contains a punchline. Number one, most stand-up comedians only get laughs if they say something that is unconventional or unexpected or unconventional. Therefore, they often...
Old lady and pharmacist. They use your imagination. Old lady. I'm concerned about this new medication my doctor gave me. Why? Your doctor knows best. Well, he said I will have to take this for the rest of my life. Yes, that's right. But the prescription says no refills.
There's gonna be some shadow creep. Your barn roof is a little spent, pretty well done. You're working on the shading. I like that.
Been having that horizontal line like the roof.
Boy, this tree really done it.